Assalamu alaikum students, welcome to the fourth lecture of your science class. I hope that you all are doing really good at your home, and I hope that you all are safe and taking good care of yourself and cleaning your hands and preparing your lectures, and you're giving study and play equal time. So if you have listened and watched the previous lectures, you probably know that we were talking about living things and non-living things in the previous lectures, and we had discussed that what living things are, what's the difference between living things and non-living things. So can you tell me the difference between living things and non-living things? Okay, I'll tell you. Living things, they need food, water, and air. They need food for eating, and water for drinking, and air for breathing. And also, the non-living things, they do not need food, water, or air. For example, the example of living things are a rabbit, or a butterfly, or a plant, or a bird, or a girl, or a boy. And the example of non-living things are teddy bear, pencil, shoes, cups, dress, or a cup, or a table, or a chair, or a book, or a laptop, or iPad, or iPhone, or an Xbox, or a PlayStation. So all these things are non-living things. And also, a living thing, it can move, reproduce, and grow. Living things, they can move on their own. They don't require an external support to move them from one place to another. They can move on their own, and they can reproduce. Means they can produce babies, and they can produce offsprings. For example, human beings have babies, animals have babies, you know or a plant can reproduce as well. If a plant if you break the branch of a plant, the plant still reproduces itself, or plants, or a butterfly, or other things. So these are living things, and they can grow just like human beings. When a person is born, a human being is a baby, but as time passes, it grows into an adult, and then into a man, and then it gets older and older day by day. Similarly, when any animal's baby is born, it's a baby, and then it grows into a big animal. And then when you plant a seed, first of all, a seed is planted in the ground, and the tree and the plant grows from it. So these are examples of living things. But non-living things, they cannot move by itself. For example, let's take an example of a pencil. So if a pencil is placed on a table, it won't move itself until and unless you're going to provide an external support to it. So you need somebody to take living things from one place to another, to move from one place to another. And they cannot reproduce. A pencil cannot have a baby, a teddy bear cannot have a baby, shoes cannot have a baby, or they cannot grow. If you are taking 6 size of the shoes, it cannot grow into a size 7, so it will remain at size 6. So these are the difference between living things and non-living things, which we had discussed in the previous lecture. So let's get started with today's topic, which is, what can living things do? So what comes to your mind when you hear this topic? What can living things do? So let's see. So I have told you that animals, they can reproduce. Okay, reproduce means that they can produce babies. Reproduce means to make a copy of something, or to make something out of something. So these are some of the examples of animals with their babies. What the animals are called when they are reproduced. For example, when a cow, it reproduces, the child that is reproduced, the child that is made, is called a calf. It is called a calf. When a kitten, it reproduces a baby, it is called a kitten. When a deer it reproduces, it is called a fawn. When a chicken it reproduces, the small babies of chicken are called chicks. When a dog it reproduces, the baby is called puppy. When a sheep reproduces, it is called lamb. When a goose reproduces, the children are called goslings. When a duck reproduces, the children are called ducklings. When a pig reproduces, the children are called piglets. When a horse reproduces, the child of the horse is called foal. When a sheep reproduces, the child of the sheep is called lamb. Okay, so these are some of the examples of reproduction. So what about a human being? When a mother reproduces, the person is called a baby. Okay, so this is a process of reproduction. So what can living things do? Living things can reproduce. And how? These are some of the examples of reproduction of animals. So the next thing is, the first thing was that living things can reproduce. It means they can make copies of themselves, they can make babies. The second thing is they can grow and change. So let's see how any living things can grow and change. So how they grow and change? So when a child is born, he is a baby, he or she is a baby, and when with the passage of time, as they age or as they grow up, they become a adult. For example, it's a baby. When this baby will grow, it will change into an adult. So human beings, they grow and change. Living things, they grow and change. They become a baby first, and when they grow with each passing year, they change and they become something else. They become an adult. Similarly, when a seed is planted in the ground inside the soil, it grows into a plant. It grows and changes into a plant. So living things, they grow and change. They don't remain in the same position or in the same shape all their life, just like non-living things. They do not non-living things, they will remain in the same shape throughout their life until and unless they are damaged. So living things, they reproduce, they grow and change, and they also can move by themselves. So for example, you are a living thing. So do you need any support from your parents or from anybody to move? No. You have been made like that, to move on your own. So you can move on your own. Human beings, living things, they can move by themselves. If there is an animal in your house, if there is a dog in your house, it will move on its own. If there is a duck in your home, she will swim in it. It will swim on its own. It doesn't require any help. So they can move by themselves. So when a plant is put inside the soil, when a plant grows and when the air blows, the plant and the tree is going to move on its own. It does not require any support, any external support. So living things, they move by themselves. For example, a kangaroo can hop. It jumps, it hops from one place to another. For example, a snake slithers from one place to another on its own. It does not require any help. Okay, so now what can living things do? Living things can reproduce, they can grow and change, and they can move by themselves. Okay, students, so I hope that you have understood today's lecture, and you have to revise this lecture at your home, and you have to do the worksheets at your home. And if you're not able to understand anything, then you are going to tell me, and I'm going to help you out. So till then, till next lecture, please take good care of yourself and do the worksheets very carefully. And if you're not able to understand anything, please let me know. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.